It's not enough to just hide behind technology. Having real conversations with your clients, engaging them, digging deeper, understanding who they are, what they want, that goes a long way toward keeping top of mind awareness and doing the best job you can for your clients. Cannot listen to my own voice.
Well, we're gonna do new ones. So that was sort of like an experiment. I love it. I'm happy but it showed me like how inexpensively and how simply you can create some cool shit.
Yep. And these are the faces of real estate people the Monday after a spring market weekend.
Wait, and I'm faking spring today. I wish it was nice out. Sweater.
And no summer baseball for Mark. No, Ossining is not having summer baseball this year. We got the letter from the coach.
Budget cuts?
No, I just think the guy has
wants a life.
The kids have aged out. Yeah, the kids have aged out. I mean, it was easy to get 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds to participate. But, 15, 16-year-olds,
so he's got to recruit a new crew.
Yeah, just let other people take over and the kids age out. And, Mark is obsessed with wrestling now. He does wrestling and baseball. And, I'm glad. So, but that's how do we talk about this? So
I had an interesting weekend. So as you know, I don't.
You sure did. Did.
So I'm in leadership. I don't listen and sell as much as I used to. And I am remembering now, I really need to stick with people who are my friends and family. So friends and family, if you're out there, I'm happy to work with you. However, this listing came through me. She saw another listing that I had through a friend in my neighborhood. I listed 2 houses in my neighborhood that are friends. And so she reached out to me. I listed her property. She really wanted it sold this weekend. So it went, crazy to make that happen. And you know how that can be with getting the photos organized and getting it all on and blah, 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 blah. Right. So there was like one slight error, like and I don't know if it was a computer glitch, an internet glitch, or, whatever. But the remarks did not save and I didn't catch it. So it was like 12 hours went live through the night, not during the day, without the remarks being up there. So she called me, I immediately fixed it. Actually, Jill brought it to my attention first, I think. And so, whatever. I reassured her. I said, we already have 7 showings scheduled. We have an open house plan. The pictures
7 showings were scheduled.
Yep. Pictures look amazing. And, nobody reads. You're already looking at your picture and all this other stuff. But anyway, totally. Yeah. Like it happens. I am human. We are human, and someone's going to list your property and not everything may not go off perfectly. The thing to do is let somebody know if there's an issue, they fix it, and you move on. So, so we have a great open house on Saturday. On 2 of our great agents, Jill and Kelly, did the open house. It went really well. And it was, we had a difficult prior to the open house for all the demands that she had, but we got through it, got through the open house. And then I was just like, please let this listing sell, because I could already sense that this is
tension.
Yeah. I mean, we were screaming and yelling. She was screaming and yelling the morning of the open house because she didn't want anybody using the bathroom. But anyway, so Saturday night at like 10 p.m., I get a text from her that realtor.com has her dated, her words, kitchen as the first photo. Okay. And I said, okay, I'll look at it and I'll fix it. So by 10 a.m. Sunday now, I see a missed call from her. Now I'm up in the woods hiking with my granddaughter and my husband. And then I get a call from Jill. And then I realize that this lady's saying thousands of dollars were stolen. So the bottom line is
there's a theft at her house.
Yeah. Yeah. So she wouldn't call the police. I called the police. All of this boils down to that she was so upset that I had not changed the first picture on realtor.com to the pictures that matched where I have it on the MLS and which Zillow has, and so on and so forth. Now, I haven't paid attention to realtor.com in about 10 years. I'm sorry. I just haven't. Have I missed something?
No, you haven't.
Okay. And I went on there and I did not see a simple way for me to do anything with the pictures.
There's nothing simple with, trust me when I tell you, nothing is simple and straightforward about realtor.com.
Not since Alan Dalton left.
Yes.
Alan, if you're
Alan
watching,
Dalton left.
that
Yes,
was
we
your
love you,
plug.
Alan.
Bring Alan back.
Bring Alan back.
Yeah, so I did go on, of course.
Did
I was
Zillow
not
and
concerned.
Trulia have the same kitchen picture?
Nope. Only realtor.com had the kitchen picture. And I had thought maybe it was something I did because I did change the front photo from the house to the living room like the night before because it's a raised ranch. And like you can't really tell anything about a raised ranch unless there's something extraordinary about the front of it.
Yeah.
So I said the living room's a really beautiful picture. So I had switched that. So I thought, oh, maybe I screwed up. But no,
Right.
I didn't. And but the fact is she wanted to cancel the appointments yesterday because these people had seen her dated picture first.
They still wanted to come see the house though.
Meanwhile, they more than likely did not see the house on realtor.com. See, here's the thing. I get it. I get it. We're all obsessed with Zillow. But we happen to be, and we're an independent company, but we happen to be a company. And, although I don't agree with a lot of the larger franchises who are pulling away from aggregation, I don't agree with that. I believe in massive exposure.
Yeah,
We do not rely on these third-party companies to sell our inventory. So while maybe there's a lesson to be learned, I could have figured out a way to make her feel better about it. Maybe I didn't explain it enough up front, although I believe I did, that we do not rely on syndication only. We love it. We believe in it. We like massive exposure, but we do not rely on it to sell our properties. Now, I will be honest, if she had said Zillow, I would have been more concerned because I rarely have somebody.
Because more people look at Zillow.
A lot more people look at Zillow. I'm sure realtor.com serves its purpose and whatnot. I'm not trying to bash them. But even so, I've learned a long time ago, I can't control Zillow. What was the story about the property that you had with the wrong town?
Right. All right. So to the point that we can't control the big syndicators. So ZTR, Zillow, Trulia, realtor.com, right? They're going to pull whatever data they pull from the feed, from the MLS or wherever they get their data. Usually it's the MLS. And if they make a mistake, they have no customer service in the sense that you know it. Like if you go to Home Depot, there's customer service, right? If you have a Microsoft account and there's a problem with your software or something, maybe there's customer service. I don't know. There probably isn't. So if there's a problem with a listing on one of the big syndicators, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck getting it fixed because there is no accountability there. They don't care. They're managing 30 and 40 million people traffic their sites over the weeks and months. And they don't care about your one photo that's out of order. Years ago, again, this is realtor.com, but it could have happened with Zillow. We had a listing in the village and post office of Briarcliff Manor, which is where our office is. Now, Briarcliff Manor post office is not coterminous as the municipality of Briarcliff Manor. For example, our office is in the unincorporated part of the town of Ossining, but it is not in the village of Briarcliff Manor, but it's still Briarcliff Manor post office. This condo was in Briarcliff Manor, and Briarcliff Manor is in the town of Ossining. And they had a fit because realtor.com said that their listing was in the town of Ossining. At the time, every single listing in Briarcliff Manor that is in the town of Ossining said town of Ossining, but they wanted it to say Briarcliff Manor, and it didn't. The functionality did not exist. They had a fit. They blamed me, and I had as much control over what Realtor.com did as I had control over what Con Edison did at Indian Point in the nuclear fission chamber.
Yeah.
Nothing I could do about it.
Which someone's laughing. Someone said LOL, but it doesn't say who.
Right? No control over what they do. They're gonna do what they do. We have no control over it.
Well, and then one time I had a listing that somehow got transposed with a pre-foreclosure property.
Mhm.
And so the homeowner was horrified because, God forbid they were ever in that sort of situation in life.
Yeah.
And so embarrassed, and just, she couldn't understand why we were getting such crazy activity. This is like 4 or 5 years ago when you didn't get that kind of activity. And then we finally realized it was in Zillow. It was
something with the tax ID number or an adjacent lot, maybe, or some.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it was something like that. And we couldn't get that fixed. But she got a lot of showings because of it. But she was just so upset, so angry, so horrified. And that's the other thing. So also sometimes, even sometimes Zillow will update immediately, or ZTR, they will update immediately, but sometimes we'll make a change and I don't see it for like a day or two.
No, you cannot. Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com pull their data from the multiple listing service. We have accounts, but it's not like we can go in there and suddenly just make these edits as if this was the multiple listing service. And as a matter of fact, we can attempt to make an edit and it may be fixed for an hour until the data refreshes. And then it's sort of like the GEICO principle, garbage in, garbage out principle. So there's just not a lot that can be done there. And these are the same problems that everyone is faced with. It's not Jenn's problem. It's not Phil's problem. It's not Joe Blow's problem. It's not Michael Lamort's problem. It's not Joe Mamie's problem. It is everyone is in the same boat. We're all at the mercy of these large syndication sites, and there's just zero customer service. And then after it closes, if they leave the pictures up, again, we have no control over what they leave up. Now, the arrangement that we have, that our association, that our multiple listing service has with the syndicators, I believe, is that the exterior photo can stay up. But that's not always the case. I've seen it, and old photos do stay up. Mm-hmm. And if you're the homeowner, you should click on there's a problem with this listing and see if you can get somewhere with the syndicators as homeowners, because you'll have about as much luck as we will have. We do not have a lot of functional pull.
Do you remember after I think you should remember this. Anyway, after I closed on my house, someone sent me the virtual tour of my master bathroom from an anonymous email address. It was super creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't creepy in the context of being out there for sale, but when it was sent to me in that context, I was pretty creeped out.
Well, this happens sometimes. The new owner of a home will just, they Google their address. It's what people do. And they will find old listings out there that show the interior of what is now your home. It's not your furniture. It wasn't your home at the time. That wall may no longer be there. That kitchen may be different. Obviously, there's none of your personal items in there. But some people, their sensibility is that it's a little creepy to have their living room or their kitchen, or like you said, their master bath floating out there in cyberspace. But good luck finding someone who can take it down and make a difference. If anything, they'll listen to the homeowner before they listen to a real estate agent who, by the way, no longer has any relationship or affiliation with the property now.
Right.
We had a house in New Rochelle. The guy contacted me because the video we made on YouTube where I'm walking around the house before they moved in, showing this is what we used to do. And he wanted it taken down. And I said, that's kind of how I make my living, is that people see the videos that I make and choose to list with me or choose to interview me.
Yeah.
And he felt very, he felt very violated that now that he was the owner of the house, if people saw the couches that used to be in that room, that somehow they would see the interior of what is now his house. And I think what I did was I made the video private.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll tell you what.
I remember this.
I will make it so that no one, if someone Googles the property, they won't find it. But if I want to show how my videos are made, that I still have the link. And I think he was okay with that. And, it was resolved. But yeah, it's a little weird to have the interior of your home online.
The context does change. And I probably would have leaned a lot towards like, this is content that I paid for, that I own, so on and so forth, until I had that done. I was like, oh. Okay.
Well, I think that was my original thing is like, Barbara Streisand famously objected to Google Earth showing aerial images of her estate. And if she had shut up, no one would have noticed. But she instead unwittingly created what we now call the Streisand effect, where when you scream and whine and moan about something and complain about it, all of a sudden you give it more attention than it would have merited based on its own characteristics, right? So no one really cares. I don't care about where Babs lives. I don't care where Barb. I'm sure she lives indoors with her means. I'm sure she has a nice place. I'm not surprised that she's got a beachfront property. I'm sure she has 10 places where she can sleep.
I love Barbara Streisand. Leave her alone. And did you know
I love Barbara Streisand too.
She still physically gets ill and oftentimes will actually puke before performing?
I don't think she's performed for quite a long time because of that. I don't think she was. She has
suffers from
stage fright, right?
Stage fright, social anxiety, all kinds of things that many people can relate to, and and she's an amazing talent.
She is. She's a wonderful talent, but she also made a big fuss about something where if she didn't fuss about it, wouldn't have gotten the attention. And so here's the thing, folks out there in real estate land. We don't have control over the hard coding policies of the larger websites, and they don't even know what they're doing.
And a good broker who is listing your property is not solely relying on these, what do you call them? Aggregators
or syndicators. Yeah, we don't. That's not our business model.
That's not our business model. We have a whole entire marketing plan and presentation, which we would love to show you. That is maybe 1/50th of what is done to get your property sold. So if your stuff is wrong, relax. Unless you're listed with a broker who is only going to rely on Zillow, Realtor.com, and Trulia to get your property sold, chill out.
Yeah.
We'll be okay. And I'm not even saying because of this market. Okay. I don't subscribe to market so hot. I really don't have to do anything. I still spent money on the video, the tour, all that stuff, regardless, because it's the right thing to do, and how you lead with confidence to get the highest sales price. It's not just to get the people in the door. So, all right.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So we do it. We syndicate. All of our listings are out there, but it's not what we use to. It's not our main value proposition, because anybody can put your listing on Zillow. We do other things.
All right, y'all. Have a great week.
So it's not enough to just hide behind technology. Having real conversations with your clients, engaging them, digging deeper, understanding who they are and what they want, that goes a long way